Hello, everybody, and welcome back to At Left and Right. I am Phantom Corgibus.
And I am Lark and Nightingale.
We are on episode 1,000,000 of Mass Effect. we just played another game that was really cool. I don't know if that will be going up before this video. It was cool.
Up, down, right. Up. Yeah. We did a thing.
I have a couple of stories to tell.
Go ahead, tell it.
So, I'm gonna tell you a story about my underwear.
Spill them beans.
So, I am going to be turning a certain age on Tuesday, as is Lark.
50.
We 15? 50. Oh, 50. We are a year apart in approximately 13 hours.
Now I am hallucinating that you were inside the tower. I must be getting
I'm
worse.
hallucinating.
Earlier, I even imagined I heard thunder.
This.
We used the mining laser to bore through.
Yes, bitch. If you...
You're real, aren't you?
Anyway,
By
what
the
was I talking
goddess,
about?
you're
The
real.
birthday is really not relevant, but
I'm sorry.
You're an adult.
I'm an adult. I'm turning into an adult,
I thought I
and
was going mad.
I
Please, let
decided
me out of
to
here
buy
before
underwear
more guests show up.
from a store that I shop at. Instead of buying it at like Target and Packs, I decided to buy individual undies. It was all going great, and so I ordered my underwear. I'm not going to tell you like what it was because it's not the point. Anyway, I'd like to preface this by saying I did not read the description on any of the underwear I bought.
Any idea how we
So,
got out of this place?
I got some, they're really
There's an
cute,
elevator back in the center of the
and
tower.
it was kind of silky, and I was like,
I
ooh,
think
yeah,
it's
it
an
smells
elevator.
alike, and then I
It
flip
should
it
take us
around,
out of here.
and the
Come
whole
on.
back side is lace. Like, see-through lace, so like you
I
can
still
see
cannot
my
believe
booty.
all this. Why
And,
would the Geth come after
I mean,
me?
I'm still gonna wear them, because...
Do you think
You bought
Benezia's
them.
involved?
Yeah, and they're nice,
They're
but I
nice.
was just so taken
You're
aback
both
by
an
it,
expert. Obviously
and it
he
was
wants
just,
you
it
to
was
help
fun.
him
They're
find
cute,
it.
they're hella cute, though.
The
All the underwear I
conduit,
bought.
but I don't know.
So that's my one story about my underwear.
Mm-hmm.
The second story is about my lady doctor.
That was an ordeal.
It
These
was an
ruins are
ordeal.
not
I will try and
stable.
give you guys like
That
the spark
mining
notes
laser
right
must have triggered a seismic event.
now. Triggered.
We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
So I'm gonna give it a minute because I don't want to tell that story again. I just told
Joker.
it.
Okay, let me tell you a story about
Tell him
my
about
my
your
surgery.
ordeal.
So, 2017 treating me like shit like the first 2 weeks. So I got my wisdom teeth removed the 3rd day in January. So that's like, at least from the day we were recording, that's about 2 weeks, give or take, from today. But you know, I go in and I did not get the anesthesia. I did the laughing gas and the nitrous oxide. So I was aware of what they were doing to me, but I was too high to care. Which is said for...
oh, he's mustard.
Yes, it's quite
Oh
disgusting.
God, no, thank you.
In case you didn't
Bye!
know, the place is falling apart.
What was I saying? So yeah, and my surgery was only like less than a half hour, so no problem.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it.
And going through the typical
She'll stay with us.
motions as well after, you know, with the bleeding and your face being swollen. And I really wasn't out in public after, oh my god, after that, so it wasn't really an issue of what people thought of me, which I really don't care, but, tits! Away! Well, that was easy. Oh, got this bastard here. So, 3 days go by. And meanwhile, because of my surgery, when you get your wisdom teeth out, you can't eat solid foods. You have to eat soft food like mashed potatoes, milkshakes, soup, all that kind of crap. You can even eat tofu, but I was really skeptical about that. Anyways. No.
What about the diet?
No. So, my diet consisted of mashed potatoes, applesauce, and soup. And that isn't really a lot of nutrition in my body, and I really wasn't eating a lot to begin with. So 3 days pass after my surgery, and I'm going through this diet. Then I just get hit with sickness. My throat was dry, scratchy. I was weak. Like that morning I woke up, I could not move.
She was a hot mess.
God.
It was
For like that
alarming.
entire week. I thought I was gonna die.
I did.
I thought I would lead to my death, because you hear that some people like die from the flu, and I'm all like, am I gonna be one of those people that I'm gonna die fucking right after I get surgery that my parents paid for, and they see that I'm a waste of money?
Doctor, like...
So the issue with the doctor was that, okay, so my sickness progressed
rapidly,
terribly. I was weak. I could barely talk. I had snot inside my body.
It must be a human thing. I don't have
terrible. And
dealing with your species, Commander.
my mom was gonna get surgery one of the days, but when she went there, the hospital was just chaotic. There was just so much going on. Yeah, there was other people there, and she said that the doctor said that patients that she had that are in recovery, she's had since yesterday, but they should have left yesterday.
Yeah, they shouldn't have been in, or they shouldn't have been in recovery.
Yeah,
that long. They should have been out, but they were still there.
There's just not enough staff. Way too many people there, because there was people who were sick, people who were getting surgery, and all that kind of crap. So my mom was like,
reasons,
yeah. So my mom's like, you wouldn't be able to get through that system. So she did the whole call thing where you just describe your symptoms to someone professional, hopefully professional over the phone, and they tell you what to do.
Not just the janitor.
So she did that. And
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Nice.
Damn. I don't look that good when I'm your age.
So they just said, yeah, like, you don't have the flu. First of all, they're trying to talk to me, like, put her on the phone, and I'm just like, I can barely talk. I'm like, and first of all, they're like, you don't have the flu. So I'm like, what the fuck do I have then? It ain't no cold.
I've got my own theory.
Yeah, no, I had a virus. I was also taking antibiotics at the time for after my surgery.
The problem is finding evidence
yeah,
to support them.
and that was just awful. Antibiotics suck.
It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved.
True, yeah. The only
the only decent thing that happened this
entire
time.
that happened, yeah, was that my face was okay. I wasn't breaking out. If you guys don't know, I have terrible acne. I suffer from terrible acne.
It's gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
We've been seeing someone. That was weird.
Not
we go to a lady that
anesthetician.
If the Protheans weren't the
they poke at our faces and waxes our eyebrows, and we just got them done. And
Feeling guffy.
Yeah. Those who came before them.
Oh, my toe itches.
I know I am right.
So that was the reason why we couldn't go. And it was funny too, because that day that my mom called to describe my symptoms, and they said, just rest, take these.
The Protheans rose up from a single world until
they said take Mucinex if it got really bad,
yet even they climbed to the top
or take but they said take a Sudafed, which is what I was taking for a while, and that's just to clear up congestion in my sinuses as well. But it was that day I started to get congested in my chest, and it was all of a sudden I got all this snot in my throat.
She would get better for a couple hours, and then I mean hit rock fucking bottom.
I know.
It was I felt so bad. Like the family would get together and everyone would be like, oh, poor her. Like, I feel so bad for her. Well, because you were, like, dying right after you got your fucking wisdom teeth. Like, it was a shitty situation.
Yeah, okay, it's one thing
to get... The pity level my family had was hysterical.
I could feel the pity from the other house across the town.
Like, I mean, our family don't pity
There was a
people
damaged
often,
Prothean beacon
but I
in
mean, this
Prague.
was like the
The
worst.
situation.
The situation was absolute shit.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Okay, it's one thing to have like the flu, just the flu, and you're at home, you're like, oh, whatever. And then if you just had your wisdom teeth out, they're all like, oh, how you doing, you know, and you're with them and stuff like that. But you get two together, and you're like,
It's just a bunch of random images.
what's her tombstone gonna look
Yeah,
like?
well, no, because her brother got his wisdom teeth out the next day, and he was fine.
Mumbo jumbo. Supposed to help
But
the commander
you
think
just-
like a
you
Prothean.
just-
Man,
If it worked though.
Rock bottom.
God, I better not be sick the rest of the year because of that. Got all the sick out first few days of 2017. Thank you.
There was a couple years ago,
Commander,
I was
with your
sick,
permission,
like
I would like to try something.
10
You
out
were
of the
touched by
12
beacon.
months
The
in the
visions
year.
are locked away inside
And
your mind.
It
One
was
of my people gave you
the
a deeper
worst
understanding of the visions.
year. Like,
but
sick
you
was
still cannot
normal.
put all the pieces of the
People were
puzzle
more
together.
surprised when I
I
wasn't
might
sick
be
than
able
when
to
I
help you.
was. And I'm not kidding you. I was sick literally
I'll
that
do
entire
whatever
year.
it takes to stop
Christmas
Sarah.
came around.
Like the
Yeah.
Guys, let me tell
That
you
was
something.
an awful
I
year for
can
you.
join
Dude,
you.
no, it was. So at
Maybe
Christmas,
my
what we
knowledge
do,
of the Protheans will help
we usually did
clarify
like
your
the
vision.
kids first, so like me
It's
and
worth
then
a
Lark
shot.
and her two brothers. We would go in a circle and open our gifts, and then the parents would open their gifts, but the kids would leave
Relax,
because it was
Commander.
boring.
Mhm.
And I still think we were doing
Embrace
that
eternity.
at this time. And,
Yogurt on microchips.
Okay. And so we were still doing that, and in between my turn, I mean, I don't think I changed my clothes all year. I think I was in my pajamas the entire year. And so we were going through, and in between my turns, because there's what, 10 people
I am sorry.
altogether? No.
The images
There's
were
usually
so
12.
5 of you,
vivid. I
12?
never
Okay.
imagined the experience
And so in
would be
between my
so
turns,
intense.
I would fall
You are
asleep. And at one
remarkably
point,
strong-willed,
people just started
Commander.
bypassing
What
me.
you
And I
have
opened all
what
my
you have
presents
seen.
later
You've
because
destroyed
I
a lesser
was
mind.
on the floor.
Come on, get
My
your
mom checked my pulse a couple times. Like, it was so. There's a picture. My mom got us these like weird mask things, like glasses with a nose, and there's a picture of all
God,
four of us cousins.
You looked
And
miserable.
you can just see, like, I couldn't breathe through my nose, so I'm breathing through my
It
mouth.
masked your inner
It
pain.
was so bad. And so now every time I get sick, I'm scared it's gonna happen again. I was miserable.
You put the glasses and the nose on again.
God, I wish I
Until
could
next
put that
move.
picture up.
So
But
you
it
knew
shows
you were touched by the
Lark's
beacon on Eden
I like
Prime.
middle
Yes.
brother
He
looks
probably
like
came
a
after me
Mario
because he
in that
feared I could
picture.
help you
Oh my
understand.
god.
I
That was an
able
old
to
picture.
interpret
Guys,
the data
it was
relayed through your vision.
so
What was there,
bad.
at least? Find the
God.
missing
I
person and
remember
prove it,
one
I could put all
time-
the pieces together.
It was my
Did you have
8th
the
grade
opportunity,
year, and I
Laura?
was never
Thank
sick.
you,
I was
Commander.
not
I'm
absent
very
until like in February.
Oh,
I got the
I'm
flu, and it
afraid
hit
I'm
me
feeling
really
a bit
hard,
lightheaded.
so I had to stay
When was the
home.
last time you ate?
And
Slept?
never.
Dr. Chalker should take a look at you.
it is probably
And
just mental exhaustion.
I was
coupled
bedridden
with
that
the
entire
shock of
time, but I only
discovering
missed
the
2 days of
Prothean's
school
true
because I
fate.
wasn't really
I
willing
need
to
some
miss
time to
anymore.
process all this.
Lark
Still, it could
was
not hurt to be
someone
examined
who
by a medical
only
professional.
missed school
It will
when
give me the chance to
on her deathbed.
think things
Yeah.
over.
Like to the point where her teachers,
you
like her
finished
teachers,
yet,
kind of knew who I was.
We can talk
They'd
again
be like,
after you've seen the doctor.
Is she
The rest of
okay?
you-
And I'd be like, no, she's
Mission reports are filed,
she's
Commander.
quite literally on her
Want me to
deathbed right
patch you
now.
through to the council?
So
Patch him through, Joker.
I missed those
Setting
2
up the link
days
now, Commander.
bedridden, and
We've received
most of
your
that
report,
time
Commander.
too,
I understand
most of the
Dr.
time when I
Sony is
get
on
the
the
flu
move.
or when I get a cold, I have no appetite at all. So then
Liara's
I
our
will
son.
like that time
The
too
death
is
will
really
try
bad
to kill him.
because I wouldn't have an appetite one second, but then later on it's like, oh my god, I'm super hungry, so I just stuff my face and then throw up and shit. And I don't know, it's like I know I'm not supposed to do it, but I did it anyway because I was just really hungry. Oh my god, it is
It's pissing down on me.
boring. There was a huge dark ass cloud
Okay, so
looming over our
Let me
head.
tell you all a story real quick. So I
Death were
come to
crawling all
Lark's
over
house
those
to
ruins.
record.
We were lucky to make it out alive.
So I'm driving here, and
Of
it
course,
was
Commander.
fine, and I
Mission
was
must always
probably
take
like half a mile from
Good
her
luck,
house, and
Commander.
it just started
Remember,
pissing down
we're all
rain.
counting
Okay,
on
but that's fine, whatever. I get to her door, I knock, no one, nothing. So I knock again. I'm about to text her, when all of a sudden this like thunder starts rolling in. I start pounding on her door. She opens it, and I throw myself inside, lay down on the floor, and just scream. It freaked me out. Where we live, this doesn't happen. We don't have lightning and thunderstorms. Okay, we just don't. We just don't.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, no. I hurt myself, actually.
And it's funny. So we got our dog, earlier last year, like in March. So we haven't had such strong storms at all, and it isn't until like this past week. This is the first time she's ever experienced a storm. So I'm realizing I have to go down. Yeah, first time she's experiencing a storm, and every time there's thunder, she's like, "Buh, buh."
It's like, it sounds exactly like her.
Harrison, my oldest brother, said last night, because he was up pretty late, he said she was close to full-on barking last night because it was sort of pouring at one point, and there was some thunder. And
Diet,
It feels like we're getting near the end. doesn't
yes,
it? With Sarah,
I hope so. So every time there's thunder, she's kind of goes boof. And earlier too, she was boofing at the door. So I thought you were
probably
here.
barking, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
but she's probably barking at the thunder.
And after this is all over, when my pilgrimage ends,
Do I have to
and
do
I
a
go
thing
back
for
to my
you?
own people,
I'm trying to get
I'll
left.
be proud to say I was a part of it.
We couldn't have done this without you, Tali.
You've been good to me.
Okay.
A lot of people treat Quarians like second-class citizens. They just want us to go
I have
back
a
to our
vomit
fleet
story.
and disappear.
I don't remember how old
But
I
you've
was,
treated me just like everyone else on your crew.
but
like an
one
equal.
time I got
That means
a really
lot,
bad case of
and it
stomach
says
flu,
something about you.
and
Whatever
I was
happens,
vomiting.
I just want to say thank you for
My
that.
like, I
I'm gonna
mean,
miss you when you go
there was
back to
nothing
your
in my
people,
stomach,
Tali.
and I was young, so I wasn't allowed to stay home alone. So I had to come here because your mom had the day off, or she took the day off or something to take care of me.
Yeah.
And I am a hot
It
mess.
wasn't.
And I remember this so specifically. I threw up in your sink in the bathroom because she was like, because I hadn't eaten anything,
Yeah.
and you know, and so my aunt, Lark's mom, was like, "Do you want some toast?" And I was like, "Okay," because I kind of started feeling better. I was like, "Oh,
Interesting.
hold on," and I ran and I threw up in the sink and I started crying because I felt so bad that I couldn't make it to the
I remember
toilet.
you vomited in the car, but I don't know if that was.
That was a separate occasion.
Yeah.
I think I got car sick, but I did vomit in their car. But the story that I was talking about that day, my aunt had left to go pick up Lark and her brothers and stuff from school, and just as I remember Lark was like rounding the corner into the house, I started throwing up again into a bowl,
It's not the
and
best way to
that's how I greeted you.
It's not the best way to
But yeah, it was you were Jackson.
See you later.
You were one of your brothers. But it was not a good day, and my mom came over to check on me at lunch, and you know what she brought me? Taco Bell. Bitch, I am throwing up my guts, and you're gonna bring me up.
I can't.
I ate it.
Yeah, I can't eat fast food when I'm sick because I don't know if it's just like because fast food makes you feel really gross, and when I'm already feeling gross because of sickness, maybe I should go talk to everyone else. So I'm feeling gross because of sickness, and if I eat fast food while I'm sick, I'm gonna just be dead. I'm gonna feel awful and regret every decision I've ever made in my life.
My our grandma that we share, she used to be a nurse, so whenever we were sick, or whenever I was sick, she'd always make sure I
Commander,
ate because I don't
What
eat
can
when
I
I'm
do for
sick.
you?
Hey, boo!
Anything bothering you?
Everything.
I'm starting to wonder
Okay,
whether
everyone
we'll
has something
ever
to
find
say
him.
apparently.
He's always one step ahead of us, and he's got those damn gas.
So it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry.
Getting close, Garrus. We'll find him.
I wish I had your confidence. I just can't stand the thought of him getting away with everything he's done.
Alright.
I know you're doing everything you can, and if anyone can catch him, it's you, but if
Yeah.
there's anything else I can do to help, anything, just tell me what you want me
How
to
about
do,
you come up to my
and I'll
quarters?
do it.
It'd be a good time.
I understand your concern, but we will find him.
We'll show you a
Make sure
good
you're ready to
time.
go when we do.
Yes, ma'am. You can count on me. Thanks for hearing me out. I appreciate it. Can I ask you something, Commander?
Of course.
Are you worried that the council might be protecting Saren? I
Yes.
mean, they were really dragging their heels.
The
with
council
him.
is just
Find him, bring him back to
one
us,
big
and
clusterfuck.
he'll
We
feel
can't
bad.
romance him, right?
Not in this game.
Okay. But
There's potential.
do you promise me that we'll try?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course we're gonna
Okay.
try.
Okay, good. I love him. He's my favorite.
It's
You
possible.
seem to
I
some
have
thoughts
to
on
pee.
this. Speak your mind, Garrus.
Well,
I've always
Maybe we shouldn't
romanced
give them the
Garrus
chance, Commander.
because
In my opinion, Zaren's too
he's the
dangerous to be
ultimate.
kept alive.
Mhm.
Too much could happen. He
It,
could escape, or the
dude,
council might let him go.
second game. Okay,
If
by
we
the
find
third
him,
game,
when we find him, I say we
yo,
make sure we
he's
stop
the
him.
true MVP.
If Saren
Wait, I want to
witnesses
go over a
reason,
schedule,
she's
schedule
might
real
kill
quick.
him in a
Okay.
heartbeat, but only if it's
So
absolutely
after we finish
necessary.
this,
Mhm.
But what's the point in keeping him
what are
alive?
we doing?
It just
You
gives
said
him
you
an
need to go to
opportunity
Target?
escape
No,
or
I meant
convince the
Oh.
council to
For the
listen
channel.
to him.
Oh, for the channel. Okay, so after
I do need to go try.
Okay,
That's
guys.
Try.
after we play Mass Effect,
We know more about
we're gonna go
Saren's
back to
plans
Seduce
than
Me.
anyone.
Yes!
But what do we really
Damien, I'm coming.
We need to take a
Chance to
break
find out.
from Mass
Yeah.
Effect, especially after this first
That's a good
game.
point.
Long, and
Maybe,
especially at the
maybe
rate
not.
we're going at,
But it's
20-minute
not a chance we're
videos,
willing to take.
little less than that.
Yes, ma'am.
I wasn't paying attention, Garrus. I'm so sorry.
I love you both.
That we just need a little break. So we're gonna play Seduce Me, and then after that, we're gonna play Dragon Age.
Moland.
Phantom will be playing that.
I call it Moland. We'll tell you that story when we
Yes,
play,
when
I
we get
play
around
it.
to that. And I imagine Seduce Me won't take too long either, because
Yeah.
we're just going down one route, and most of it is the same thing as we did with Damien. So, yeah, it'll.
I was so in love with him.
I don't remember who was going after. Was his name James?
I don't remember.
I don't remember their names.
Oh yeah. James. You wanted to go to James. He was the oldest.
The Thai dude?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so
So
that's that. And you know what? That's as much as we'll plan right now.
Yeah.
And we'll add in, just like we did with Pandora's Box, we'll just kind of take a break from the game itself sometimes and
Yeah.
then come back to it after.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Because we can only do so much.
hmm
And I have a very short attention
Okay.
span.
Well, okay. We'll just end the episode here.
Thank you all for watching.
Yes.
We hope you enjoyed it. I know nothing really happened. I hope our stories didn't gross you out too much. Did something happen? I wasn't paying attention.
So we got Liara helped us clear the vision a bit, but other than that, not much has happened. We're gonna be going to a different planet to help out with something, which will probably take about 2-3 videos to do. Yeah, and then after that, we'll be. I think at that point in the game, we'll be close to endgame because I'm just gonna head straight for it.
Alright.
We're gonna gun it.
Alright, you heard it here. So now we're gonna go to Target. But first Lark's gonna put on some deodorant. And then we're gonna go to Target. So
Me,
we
my
will see
deodorant.
we will see you guys and gals and creatures of the night next video.